Alright, so this one time, whenever I was like in late high school, maybe early college, I went to a Barnes & Noble. This guy who was over like in the cafe area, like just locked eyes with me. And I was like, whoa, okay, you know, like maybe I know this guy. There was plenty of ways that people knew me and I didn't know them. And maybe like 3 or 4 times I saw this guy like looking at me again. And I'm like, man, what's with this guy? Like he must know me. So I went up to get a drink and I was getting a coffee. And while I was ordering, he came up to me and he just asked me out of the blue, like, have you ever done any plays before? And I'm like, that's how I know, because I had done some plays and stuff in high school. So I was like, yeah, I've done some high school plays. So then he tells me that he's writing a play and that he thinks that I would be the best person for it. In fact, his exact words were, you have the perfect body for the lead character. And then he looks me up and down and I'm thinking, oh my God, this is really awkward, really fast. And then he starts talking to the young lady behind the counter and says to her, hey, you'd be perfect for the mom character. And he goes on to explain her character, which is like this hyper-religious lady who hates that her son is homosexual and all these things. And I'm like, oh, that's probably my character, you know? And I'm like, Lord, get me out of this situation now. So then he asked me for like my number and my information so that he could send me the play script and all these things. So it was super awkward and I'm thinking to myself, what do I do here? But I didn't want to be rude or anything. He was a nice guy, but obviously he's a creeper and there's something else going on here and stuff. So I gave him my band's MySpace at the time. I was just like, here's some way to get a hold of me. And then quickly told the guy who ran the MySpace not to accept his friend request. So it was just a creepy little adventure. So my advice to you is that there's going to be times in your life whenever people want to pressure you or maybe just push on you that you should do something or you should act a certain way. And my advice is that it's okay to say no to people.